set?
Yeah, you're good.
Are you sure?
You're good, you're good. Okay, so I even made a little presentation for you, just because I have to make a presentation as well.
Okay.
So, talking about technology in the classroom. Some benefits, is coming in our future because we have computers everywhere in the workforce. STEM is on the way to the future as well. It's supposed to be more meaningful because they're used to using technology, and it's supposed to be better engagement. It's supposed to be, if it's used appropriately. Disadvantage, not everyone's trained and we don't have support, like we only have one technical person here, Mark, who is very stretched thin. Upkeep and maintenance, that's obviously expensive. And the digital divide, meaning like socioeconomics prevents some kids from having access to technology. So the kids who have money can have technology at home, they're used to using it. Without money, don't have that, they're not used to it. So there's like this divide in the kids knowing what technology is. Privacy and safety, just obviously getting on sites they're not supposed to or doing things they shouldn't do. Plagiarism, I wrote a whole paper on plagiarism and how much it's increased because of all of the online documents and resources and stuff like that. And whether or not it's intentional, they just don't cite it sometimes, so then it's called plagiarism. And the accountability movement standards, meaning we're teaching to a test. Or we're not teaching to a test, but we have the test that they have to pass. Yes. So that sometimes puts limits on what we can do in the classroom. Okay, so that's my 2 cents on technology there. Okay, so what this could look like in my classroom, like Khan Academy, have you ever gone on there before?
No.
It's awesome. Like videos, and even if you had, I'll show you the website in a second, but if you had laptops in your room, you could create like an account for everyone and they could like work through some lessons. And it, like there's videos, there's examples, like I want to try it next year for my kids. I don't think I can do it this year, but it looked pretty slick. It's changed a lot.
And there are times when we can check out the
The cards.
The cards, okay.
iPads, obviously, which we don't have here, but Smartboard and Smart Notebook, which is what I really want to show you today. And then clickers, which we've kind of talked about a little bit, and then obviously small group discussion. Okay, so Khan Academy. It's really pretty awesome. Like I'm excited. So, okay, this is the teacher account. So you go to khanacademy.org, you sign up for an account, you get a teacher account because you're a teacher. Use your school email. And you can have students. I like added a fake student just to see. So here's my fake student. You can click on their progress, and it should show. Obviously, the student hasn't done anything yet. I started one just to kind of play. It'll show how many skills are done, and I chose 7th grade math, obviously, since I'm teaching 7th grade math. But they have everything from kindergarten on up, so they have tons of stuff. So in the students' world, what this would look like.
You could also use this tutoring in the summer,
Yes.
formally or informally with relatives or for. Okay, good.
And I'm gonna, whoops. You want to log in as the student, so you
Okay.
can see what they would see. Okay. Oh, I did a 6th grade, maybe because I was in teaching. So, and you can search up here, or here's your subjects and all of the different things, which, tons of stuff. So, I feel like there's a lot out there. So, if she or he were assigned, just hit start, go in. And you enter in the box. Okay, so we don't know how to do this problem. And then we hit oh, incorrect, sorry, try again. So they keep trying it. And then if they're really stuck, you can get hints, like it shows you the first step. Or you can watch a video, and their videos are really pretty good. Like, they're all on YouTube.
Let's see if we can add 9.087 to 15.31. And I encourage you to pause the video.
We obviously know how to do this, but it walks through.
24 point something. There are no thousands. So
You get the idea. So then they have that as a resource
Five ones.
to do as well. So then they should be able to And I think it keeps giving them more problems until they've mastered it.
Oh, okay.
So like you can't move on unless you really know how to do it. So and then it'll keep record of this kid doing it, and then when you sign into your teacher account, you'll be able to see their progress and how many tries they took on the that kind of stuff.
Is this something you could assign 5 problems and the student could work on it, and when they get it finished, they would print like the report or
That's a
something?
good question. I haven't gone that
Because
far.
that-
Probably.
Previous textbooks have had that, where you
I-
could go into a lesson, do 5, and you could print it.
I bet you
And
could.
So if parents didn't know how to do math,
Uh-huh.
they could help their child get onto a website and work.
I bet you can. I would imagine, haven't done enough kids to know, but I bet there is some kind of report of what skills they're lacking and, resource. That's a good thing to look into. I'm gonna try it next year, so
Good.
I can inform you more after I try it with the real class.
Maybe you could have a couple of kids as like a trial run or
Yeah.
something, like guinea pigs, and
Mhm.
have them go home and try it or something.
Yeah, and then once you have
Yes,
it'll do it
yeah.
and stuff, yeah. So Khan Academy is pretty cool. That's one way to do it. Or there's iPad apps, which some of these are pretty slick. We don't have iPads, but like this one is a geometry one.
What's that one
And,
called?
Geometry pad.
Okay.
So you can like draw all sorts of stuff and like, give your equation in your mind. Obviously not 6th grade level, but you've taught honors.
Right.
But isn't that slick?
Yes, very, very.
I love it. Like I kind of wish I taught geometry and had an iPad, but I don't. So, some of these other ones are just real simple, like quiz type games, which this is good. It gives them somewhere to write, and it's not just a computation problem. It's something that they would actually have to solve. Like we do that stuff in 7th grade, so that would be really. I think you can choose your grade levels and stuff, but anyway, if we had iPads, we'd
And
have
they're
really fun.
like Common Core.
Yeah. So anyway, there's several iPad apps out there that you can use. Okay, clickers, which,
I have another thought.
yeah,
All the iPad apps, if you had an honors class, you could assign groups to the
To
different,
one.
and have them go research that when you have the computers.
Yeah.
And then report out, because honors class is
Yeah.
researching and reporting
Find
out.
me some good iPad apps and tell me about them.
Yes,
That's
and
a
then
really good
tell
idea.
the class, it's an AP strategy, to have them research it and report back to the class,
That's
do
a really good
presentations.
idea, yeah. Clickers, which I sometimes use, like, I found a video on my clicker system, which I was really excited about. It's kind of like Jeopardy, but they work in groups, say, click one answer, and they get points if they get it right, whatever. It keeps score for you, which is like the best part. I was excited because I don't have to keep score. But on a normal day, I could go through and make my smart board, have a question up there, okay, do what you call a fast grade, and say, okay, enter your answer if it's numeric or whatever. They enter it on here. There's reports, so you can see you got what right, and you can say, oh, you need to check your decimal place or check your sign, or you need to try that again. So I use that in class sometimes. We'll do that another day. So, Smart Notebook. What I normally do for my lessons is I create Cornell Notes in Word, which I think, did I ever send you the template?
No,
I did.
but that's okay. You did last year, but I just wanted to use this
Yeah.
this year.
I obviously forgot. So I open up my Word document template, and then I literally get the information from the book. I know it's a little bit redundant, but they don't use books. So I'm like, okay, I'll just type in Cornell Notes.
It's a
It's
resource.
I know, it's a
Yeah.
building strategy. They can highlight and stuff on it, and it doesn't take a bunch of time for them to just copy everything I put. So I do a little bit for them.
Good.
And then I save it as a PDF, so then I can snip and clip it into Smartboard, and then I teach from Smartboard. Okay, so then what this looks like on a daily basis. So I would have this up and run it as Smartboard.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I tell them what they need, and I will set my timer because otherwise I would spend way too much time letting them do my work. So like at the end of the previous hour, I set it for 10 minutes, so they have the 5-minute passing period plus 5 minutes to do my work.
It's hard
Yeah.
to go.
Yes,
Very good.
yes.
Okay.
And then I have paper bell work that they get on Tuesdays, they pick it up, they do it all week long, and then they turn it on Fridays. So then, after bell work's done, we move on to our lesson, which looks like this. This is What if you? I'm gonna show you what theirs looks like. I made them. They like packets for some reason, so I made them packets. They do.
Oh, okay.
So this is all my Unit 9 notes.
So this would be for maybe 2 weeks?
This one only has 5 lessons. It's just a shorter unit, but yes,
Okay.
for multiple days.
So
So
you give this to them already printed out
yes,
and then
just
they
like
add to
this,
it?
just like
Oh,
this.
wow, okay.
And like these vocab are straight out of the book.
Before.
You know, this example is out of the book.
I
out of the book.
recognize that, okay.
Yeah, and like, have you ever used the snipping tool?
No,
No. Okay, it's pretty awesome.
okay.
Like you can just snip snip from anywhere on the internet, like anywhere. You can hit new and just okay, I want to copy that into my thing. So it takes a
Oh,
picture
okay.
and then you just hit the copy button this way,
Uh-huh.
and then you can paste it. It shows up. Isn't
Okay.
that cool?
Yeah,
So that's how I
very.
get those on there. And it doesn't even have to be copied into Smartboard. I can
You're in Smartboard?
currently. I
Okay.
do this in my notes. I guess I do it in the note file so you can see that. Let's see. This is first two.
Do you usually do these in the evening for the next day or after school plan or?
I usually on the weekends I'll do a whole week.
Uh-huh.
Usually. And we have the advantage, Ann and I are teaching honors, so our honors is ahead, so I already have most of it made.
You go through the
So-
material, that's the way I do too, which is great.
Yes, yes. So anyway, so I would have typed this up on a weekend and then, copied this into it. Like I typed this all up and then